Ask Andrew Davies to cut down a classic and he doesn't mess about.
Eventually I just took a pair of kitchen scissors and opened up the spine and cut it through the middle. I could carry it around in a jacket pocket then, that kind of thing.
Did you mutter a silent apology to Tolstoy,
well, I did,
as one author to another?
I did feel a bit guilty about it, so I felt a kind of a wicked thrill, really.
It's even worse than we thought. Poor old Tolstoy's really had a hammering from his screenwriter. We crossed the steppes of Warwickshire to his secret writing den.
If they asked me, I could write a book.
So this is my journey to work in the morning.
From your bedroom?
From the bedroom, into the cupboard in the corner, through the corresponding one in the next door house.
It's
out
Narnia.
into my office, yeah.
Lovely. May I sit down?
Please do.
Won't you join me?
Yeah.
So this is where the magic happens. It's said that you've cut out the boring bits.
I think it's a very good thing to do, to chop out the boring bits. Because Henry James called War and Peace a great baggy monster, by which he meant it had lots of things in it that Henry James, and in fact most modern critics, would say shouldn't be in novels at all. Great long essays about history and philosophy and the theory of war. You don't need any of that, so long as some of his ideas emerge through the characters in the book, and you can make that happen.
Oh, it's you.
What a lazy sister I have. I was out riding at dawn.
This incestuous romp between brother and sister Anatole and Helene didn't happen in the book, say critics like Simon Sharma, who bashfully admits he only made his way to the end of the novel 8 times.
Oh, that feels nice. Do that again.
He probably read it 8 times and never noticed it. After my first reading, I hadn't noticed it either. Actually, Tolstoy did put one little scene in it where Anatole is kissing Helene's neck and shoulders. Pierre comes upon them and is a bit alarmed. And, you know, you think, well, that's not kind of your average brother and sister, is it? I would write 70,000 men engaged in a furious battle. Bodies are flying through the air. And I'd just cheerfully stop work and go and have lunch. It's not my job to make it look like all this is happening on the screen.
I'd like to think that Colin Firth still sends you a cheque every year for making him a star. Does that happen?
No, it doesn't, unfortunately. Sex is terribly interesting to everybody, and it does help to sell shows.
Mr. Darcy?
Miss Bennett.
So even if the coverage of it is in the papers is exaggerated, it usually does help the audience figures.
Is it possible to adapt a book and be faithful to it?
An adaptation is always different according to when it's done, who's doing it. Even a reading of a book, when anybody reads a book, it's different from another person's reading.
It's all right, it's one of ours.
I used to teach English and I used to give lectures saying, my God, isn't this a wonderful book? And, you know, trying to put across my own view of it.
This is it, boys!
This adapting job is a bit like that, only with millions of pounds worth of, you know, special effects.